I was thinking it was going to cut the music off, but I guess it didn't. Usually, I was thinking YouTube usually cuts it. Yeah, yeah, I didn't even think it would let me play the music though. I thought it just stopped playing it altogether. Um, Share this real quick. All right, season 9. I did a pulverized druid. Just got my glyphs finished. So all my glyphs are 100. But other than that, I pretty much slacked off. The build calls for 3 mythics, and I only have 2 of them. But I do have the 2 more important ones, which is Air of Perdition here, and Ring of Starless Skies. Other than that, this pulverized build uses Satiable Fury, Chest Piece, Thibault's Will, and yeah, there again, these are kind of crap rolls. They're just 1 GA, although they're the best GA, and then the bottom numbers are not perfect either. The weapon is important. Rotting Lightbringer. There again, only 1 GA. No perfect bottom number. So, pretty much crap as far as not min-max very well. Don't have my gems. Missing one of the grand gems. I did manage to get the seasonal gems in correct. The 3 seasonal gems. I forget what they're called, but so I had that going for me. Yeah, Heraldric gems. There you go. Yep. So those are correct. And all my I actually did re-roll a lot of my my mastery. Some of the mastery on these are pretty good. I spent more time with redoing mastery this season than I normally do, so I got that going for me. But yeah, I only made it to Paragon 238, so still got a lot of points on the board that I left on the table. Other than that, I want to just jump into the pit and record some numbers. Take my little incense and my little elixir. And I don't know how far I'm going to get. I'm just going to start at 90 and go up from there. Say again. Yeah. Down to the tush push. Alright, jump on in there. I think the highest number I've seen this season is 60 billion. Yeah. I got so spoiled from that Spiritborn season. Because I was hitting for trillion that season. I don't know if you remember that, but I was literally hitting for like hundreds and hundreds of billions and trillions. I was hitting in like the early numbers of trillion, which is insane. I've ever since then, dude, it's like everything else is like, oh, like that's sad. Say again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, 40 billion is pretty good, but it's still I still hang my head because nothing's gonna ever be as good as that first Spiritborn season. That shit was so broken. $38 billion. Another thing I kind of want to point out this season is pretty much did everything self-found. I didn't really do any trading or any like partying up. It's kind of why all my uniques are kind of weak. So I didn't trade for them. Definitely took me longer to do less. If I was smart, I would start finding parties and social and make everything faster and easier. Little B. The weak point of this build is definitely the bosses. This is more of a AoE crowd type build. These bosses get hard to take down. It takes many minutes sometimes. Alright, there was a 90 down. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, it looks good, man. No, I guess I didn't see a second one. Uh, get where I want to turn off this like little tactile feedback on the controller and it like vibrates, dude, because it's just steady vibrating. Like, I don't mind it on most games, but doing these Diablo dungeons, it's like literally just my controller's vibrating the whole fucking time. Just, to me, it should have like a fucking 10-second timer or something. Like, it's been running for more than 10 seconds. Like, you get it. Like, shut off. Like, you get the idea. It's turbulence. The shit had hit the fan. You pretty much know it at this point. You can fucking turn off now. This whole nest of enemies is damage resistant. It's fucking 30 enemies standing right there, and every single one of them is damage resistant. What do you mean when you say it lags? Like you're like it saves or it just stops and like that's your internet. That's more of an internet problem than a graphics problem. I'm pretty sure it does that when the server connection is unstable. Graphically, you start dropping frames. It just wouldn't look as smooth. To make the graphics look good, it would start dropping frames. But if it's not dropping frames and it's like pausing like that, it's pretty much a network issue. I like how it like like how it just stops like that though. That's a really nice feature. I wish Diablo did that. Diablo used her rubber banding, son of a bitch. And then you die, and then you're like, you know, do nothing for 5 seconds, and finally when your internet catches up, you're dead. Imagine doing that on a map though. Like if you got some like super juiced map, and the key is like really important, and you freaking the internet farted out, lost your map or whatever because you're like that's pretty much that kind of stuff's why they do that. Yeah, here they handle that. Yeah, they handle all that way better than the Diablo does, no doubt. Yeah, not perfect. God, will you die already? Jesus. Ugh. Well, that's pretty much that. I'm not going any further. 95's enough. I'm not. Yeah, that's pretty much it.